Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you for hanging in there with us over the last half an hour while we got this figured out. We had some issues with Zoom that required us to shift gears a little bit. So students, thank you for being flexible. And I hope that you're all watching on the YouTube live stream right now. I appreciate everybody's flexibility. We know this year is going to require a lot of flexibility on all our parts. So thank you for hanging in there with us. So let's go ahead and get started. My name is Eric Kreitz. I'm the head of school of New Mexico School for the Arts, and it is my great honor to welcome you to our opening ceremony for the 2020-2021 school year. At this time, I'll ask that everyone in the Zoom room turn off their cameras and microphones if you haven't already. Thank you all for being here for the beginning of what promises to be a unique year and also a deeply meaningful school year, full of promise and potential that each of our 299 scholar artists bring with them today. Welcome to those of you who are watching via the YouTube live stream, all of our students, parents and friends, Board of Trustees and Governing Council members, tutors, special guests, former staff and faculty and alumni. Thank you for your endless support of New Mexico School for the Arts. At this time, it is my pleasure to introduce Cindy Montoya, an Nmsa founder and the president of the New Mexico School for the Arts Art Institute. Cindy.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you, Eric. Well, as Eric said, we're opening our doors for the 11th time. So I want to thank you all for being here. Good morning, students, faculty, staff, and honored guests. And I am just thrilled and honored myself to be a part of this remarkable day. Before we begin, I want to thank Eric, his leadership team, the staff and the instructors who have worked throughout the summer to ensure that NMSA continues to have the best programs possible in both the arts and academics. NMSA's mission is to provide a rigorous and academic and mastery arts program for students throughout the state. And with the help of Francesca Rodriguez leading the way in admissions and community engagement, this year, our students represent at least 40 New Mexico communities. And if you have been with us before, you know that we start the day talking about that list and sharing that list. So this year, our students hail from the communities of Abiquiu, Alamo, and Albuquerque, Alcalde, Arroyo Seco, Aztec. We have students from Carlsbad, Carson, Cerrillos, and Chimayo. Students are joining us from El Prado, Española, Farmington, Glorieta, the Gila River Indian Reservation, Isleta Pueblo, Laguna Pueblo, Lamy, Las Vegas and Los Alamos, Los Ranchos, Magdalena, Okeowinge, Ojo Caliente, Pecos, Peralta, Poake, and Poake Pueblo. We have students from Rancho de Taos, Raton, Rio Rancho, Roswell, Roe, Santa Fe, Silver City, and Socorro. Students are here from Taos and Taos Pueblo, Tesuque, Tierra Amarilla, Tijeras, Truchas, and Velarde.
All right, thank you, Cindy. It's so exciting. We have students from so many communities throughout New Mexico. An important part of our opening ceremony is having students, past and present, recite the Pledge of Allegiance and sing the national anthem. We recognize that in light of the important movements for racial justice happening right now, the how of participating in these rituals has taken on more significance than ever. Some will stand, some will kneel, and others will do neither. We stand with the movements for racial and social justice and are proud that NMSA is a community where we respect the power of our students to proudly communicate who they are and what they believe. At this time, please welcome Dylan Krell, a graduate of the class of 2020, who is about to start college at Northern Arizona University. Go Dylan. Dylan was responsible for the daily raising and lowering of the flag during his time at NMSA. He did so with great care and honor. After Dylan completes the pledge, we will hear the national anthem sung by senior vocalists Ana Lewis, Elsa Sanchez, Deanna Overby, and Samantha Urule. Dylan, take it away.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Juro fidelidad a la bandera de los Estados Unidos de América y a la república que representa una nación bajo Dios, indivisible, con libertad y justicia para todos. Much love, Nmsa.
All right, everyone, I think we're having some technical difficulties playing the song. All right, hopefully we're working out all the kinks today and this will get us ready for a smooth school year. If we're able to play that later, we will. Today is our 11th opening ceremony. It's our first conducted via Zoom, in case you couldn't tell. And while we all wish more than anything that we were on campus together, we thank you for being here for this special moment that marks the beginning of our school year. At this time, I want to take a moment to recognize the chairs of both of our boards, Carl Thoma of the Board of Trustees and Bill Beecham of the Governing Council. I want to personally thank you both for your leadership and for your unwavering support as we navigate these unprecedented times. Your commitment to the future of each of our scholar artists is greatly appreciated. Another person I'm proud to introduce today is the chair of our theater department and director of arts, Zoe Chavez. Zoe, take it away. Joey, you're muted.
Thank you all for joining us this afternoon as we take this adventure together. And on this journey, we get to meet lots of extraordinary people throughout the years that have been working here. And one of them I am so pleased to introduce is Mr. Hakim Bellamy. Not only is he an extraordinary teacher, instructor, artist, friend, but he worked with a lot of our students a couple of years ago. So Mr. Bellamy is an inaugural poet laureate from Albuquerque, New Mexico in 2012 and 14. Hakim is a national and regional poet slam champion and holds 3 consecutive collegiate poetry slam titles at the University of New Mexico. Go Lobos! His poetry has been published on the Albuquerque Convention Center, outside of a library, in inner city buses, and in numerous anthologies across the globe. Hakim was recognized an honorable mention for the University of New Mexico Paul Bartlett Ray Peace Prize for his work as a community organizer and journalist in 2007, and later awarded the Career Achievement Award for the same prize in 2018. In 2013, he was awarded an Emerging Creative Bravos Award by Creative Albuquerque and was named a W.K. Kellogg Foundation Fellow, as well as a Food Justice Resident Artist at Santa Fe Art Institute. And, Bellamy was named Best Poet in the Weekly Alibi Annual Best of Burque poll every year between 2010 and 2017. His first book, Swear, West End Press, UNM Press, won the Tilly Olson Award for Creative Writing from the Working Class Studies Association. He is the co-creator of a multimedia hip-hop theater production, Urban Verbs, Hip-Hop Conservatory and Theater, that has been staged throughout the country. He facilitates youth writing workshops for schools, jails, churches, prisons, and community organizations in New Mexico. In 2017, he was named Kennedy Center Citizen Artist Fellow and has served on the on-air television host for New Mexico PBS's Colores. Bellamy is also equal parts musical artist, activist, archaeologist, as well as an accomplished actor on both stage and screen, and proud father of a 10-year-old miracle. Bellamy was recently appointed Deputy Director of the City of Albuquerque's Cultural Service Department and is the founding president Beyond Poetry LLC. As an actor, Hakim has grown his talents both on screen and on stage. However, most recently, you may recognize Hakim as the host of Virtual Lemonade, a program which aired to thousands of viewers from around the world, proceeds of which went to local artists and organizations. Ladies and gentlemen, please give me a nice wave. Welcome, Mr. Hakim Bellamy.
Hey, Joey, thank you for reading all of that. I will send you a shorter one next time. Thank you all for having me. It's good to be back with Nmsa, my family, for so many years, in my stint being on the arts board, and then a small stint as an educator and getting to work with the phenomenal educators like Joey, the phenomenal educators that you guys get to spend the next 4 years with, for you freshmen, and slightly less time for those of you who are older. I miss you all. I haven't seen you since drive-through graduation. Shout out to my man, Max Grabowski. So yeah, it's a little bit of a different school year. Yeah, right. I'm trying to look and see everybody, but I know we've asked you to get your cameras off, because I was going to lead off with a question, right? Typical teacher trick, right? Rhetorical question in the classroom, but actually to engage you. So do not turn your cameras on, leave them off, because powers higher than me have given you instructions. But behind your cameras, with them off, raise your hand if you've ever wanted to be a star. And I'm not here to promise that New Mexico School for the Arts is going to do that. I'll let the leadership take care of that. But I feel like asking that question to art students obviously is kind of self-explanatory, but I also feel that the lead into my remarks will connect in a very wayward way. So back in 2015 through 2016, long before pandemics, Scott Kelly was a United States astronaut that spent a year by himself on the International Space Station. As recently as March, he thought it would be a really good time to recount some of the lessons that he learned during that time. And nothing spells being a star more and closer than being an astronaut. And in this time of pandemonium, I felt like the lessons that Scott learned up there, the 7 things that he'd like to share with you that I'm sharing on his behalf, are particularly prescient as we enter this new, not so usual school year. And then I'll leave you guys with a poem, kind of my interpretation of this, long before I found what Scott wrote. He should have been a poet, but I imagine if I had his skill set, I would have chosen to be an astronaut as well. But his article, for those who like doing homework, which those of you who are just starting high school, get used to it. His article is in The Observer, if you wanted to check that out. And it was in March of 2020 that he revised some of the notes that he took while he spent a year alone on the International Space Station. And he started it with a really cool Blaise Pascal quote that I want to share. All of humanity's problems stem from man's inability to sit quietly in a room alone. Blaise Pascal, right? So that was in the 17th century, also ahead of his time. But what astronaut Kelly would like to suggest in his kind of 7 things you should do to get used to, he termed it as spending time alone. I prefer to think of it as spending time in space for all of us future stars out there. But I also think of it as spending time in your home or behind a screen or without any meaningful human contact. Though I believe now they can have oxygen-bearing trees up at the space station. So he says, here are his 7 things that helped him survive a year alone. He said, follow a schedule. That should be self-explanatory. All of you were here today while we were doing, which is actually very usual for any live performance, where we were getting the last minute details in before we went live. But yeah, the schedule is important. So if you get up, practice getting up. Practice getting up like more than 5 minutes before your class, because your hair will be like this if you don't. And though they cannot smell your breath through Zoom, people in your house can. So do your normal ritual, right? Follow your schedule. It definitely helps create a sense of normalcy in times that aren't very normal, right? His second suggestion was to pace yourself. I know at the beginning of the pandemic, everybody was like, I'm gonna learn a new language in the next 2 months, and then 2 months turned into 6. Or people were really enthusiastic about, their plyometrics routine or whatever they were going to do for 30 days. For me, it was writing in my journal for 30 days straight. That fell off after like the first 2 entries, and I had to be gentle with myself. I had to forgive myself, because there's a lot of unusual and additional stressors in this time of a pandemic that you don't necessarily think about, but they are impacting your energy levels. They're impacting your sense of optimism, which you should show up to class with. And frankly, the lack of physical interaction with other people also is a stressor as well. So take it easy on yourself. But back to number one, show up for everything. Keep your schedule, right? Number three, go outside. It's like the one thing that we're still allowed to do in the time of this particular pandemic. Make sure you maintain all social distancing guidelines as set out by the public health order. But yeah, being able to get out of the kind of refrigerated or swamp coolered air is good for you. It's good for your lungs. It's good for your mind, and change of scenery is always nice. You know, for most of us, our houses are only so big, so it's a good opportunity, right? Let your eyes breathe a little after you've been staring at a screen all day. Number four, which should be easy for all of us at Nmsa, all of us newly minted and previously minted Krakens, to get a hobby. I mean, our art generally becomes our hobby, and hopefully one day our profession. Speaking of becoming stars, but having something to do that doesn't involve a screen is great. Having something to do that can give you a little bit of a different meditation that taps into other parts of your well-being, mental, physical, spiritual, is great. Or you pick up, playing chess, or you pick up sewing and knitting, or you pick up something else that really gives you a little bit of an escape, more so than the video games my son and I play. Keep a journal was his next idea, and he said even if it doesn't turn into your like seminal autobiography, or the next great American memoir, keeping a journal is helpful, because one day we're going to look back on this and we're going to be like, yo, do you remember 2020? Man, listen. And you're going to want those details for really good storytelling, occasionally for really good jokes, the happier things that we've all been able to endure during this time. That's something that I've been doing actually in the wake of my father's passing over the past year. And it's been really therapeutic for me. And I know some of us aren't word people, which is fine. You don't have to write words in your journal. You can write songs, you can do sheet music in your journal, you can make visual art in your journals, lots of different things to do, but something that'll remind your future self about this moment and how it changed you, because it's changing all of us. Taking time to connect, which your teachers have pretty much at this point, we learned a lot at the end of the last school year, but they pretty much baked it into all of the online curriculums. So time for you to engage with students in small groups, time for you guys to engage just like you would in a pre-pandemic world outside of school, and making that time meaningful and intentional. All those things are still important. It's not just, close the screen and my day is done, but finding ways to connect with one another in addition to the time you spend in the classroom, which you would do at a coffee shop after school, or going out on weekends, figuring out a way to kind of create those dynamics and continue to create those dynamics. It means a lot for student life, for campus life, and the things that we remember 20 years from now when we think about school. And then the last thing he had to offer, number 7, was listen to the experts. And though he was talking about that more in a sense of, be careful where you get your science and health information from and avoid suspicious social media, I will say it means listen to the experts who are your teachers, who are your counselors, who even your parents. Let's not forget, at one time, long time ago, they went to school too. And though they might not be able to help you set up your Zoom, there's still things to be learned from folks who have been through this experience before you. And so I encourage you to seek their insight, especially if they're the only people you get to see on a regular basis, and invite them to your educational experience. And then, you can share with them the things that you're an expert on as well, because you all are. You are certainly experts on things that I say, speaking for my generation, are not experts on. And so there's a lot to learn from each other in the pandemic, though there's less of each other to learn it from. And so I appreciate what an astronaut had to offer us about maintaining our brightness as stars throughout a pandemic. So that's my little address. But I would like to end the address with something I wrote particularly for my students and my Nmsa family, which is kind of how I process the pandemic in my own way. And I wrote it just for you. So you get to debut this particular poem, which hits on some of the things that Scott mentioned, ironically. Okay, so here it goes. It's called Prayer for a New School Year, AKA a blessing. Some school years are more memorable than others because of what you did, or in this case, because of what you didn't. Because of what we remember and forget, because of what we learn about each other, about ourselves. Some school years prepare us for what comes next. Some school years prepare us for what comes now. Some feel like dog years, and some a century or so, and some, well, some are the same. There will still be laughter this school year. It will still be increasingly difficult to hear when more than one person is laughing or talking at once. This school year will still give birth to new friendships, new phone numbers, and new feelings. And though I am still unsure what dating will actually look like in a pandemic, I'm equally sure your parents will still like you to keep your saliva to yourself. Teachers will still embarrass themselves in front of you. They will stand up and forget that they are wearing shorts. They will forget to mute themselves in the bathroom. And as an additional bright side, you won't have to manufacture excuses for a hall pass this fall. Let's face it, some school years are just strange. We used to pass notes in class. Nowadays, we just private message in the chat, traded group projects for breakout rooms, and somebody's still got to pick up the slack. There's always one, and you know who you are. No more crying in the bathroom stall. Now we just turn our cameras off. Some school years are popular and some, well, some are puberty. The kind where your cafeteria is in the fridge. Some school years are scary, like the last year of high school and the first year of college, like Parkland, like graduating, like getting a real job in the real world, and all these things were true before COVID-19. Some school years make history. Some school years and war. Some school years win elections. Some school years demand change, and some school years change us. Some school years are truly one of a kind. And though school year 2020 is in a class of its own, you are not in class alone. Just think of it as the safest yet incredibly awkward school lock-in / sleepover / slumber party you've never been invited to, where the dress code is PJs all day and the lunch lady is your very own DIY personal chef, where recess is rubbing your eyes and gym class is literally anything that doesn't involve screen time, where your school can finally afford to have Timbaland and Swiss Beats curative versus battle at your very own virtual school dance, where we can stop kidding ourselves and finally expose homework for what it truly is. Work, simply put, especially once you've mastered the home part. At its core, a school is a nest, a collection of connections, a community of care, both very much still alive on the web. And though there are few sporting events and even fewer performances, we are still rooting for you with raised hand buttons and clap emojis, though through eye contact above the mask and smiles beneath them, because school has always been about more than passing classes. It has been about passing time together, because that's what life is made of. And in that regard, every school year is just like this one, a blessing. Thank you. Throwing it back to my Nmsa team.
Thank you so much, Hakim. At this time, I'm supposed to turn it over to Chelimaya Quintana, the principal at Nmsa. Blessings to you.
Thank you, Hakim. Thank you, Joey. At this time, I would like to ask all staff, faculty, and volunteers to prepare the commitment statements. This is that wonderful part of our opening ceremony where we get to talk about commitment. Doing what we do at Nmsa takes a whole lot of commitment from a whole lot of people. To our committed family members and friends in the audience, we say thank you. To our committed board members, governing council members, and community supporters in the audience, we say thank you. To our committed Nmsa alumni in the audience, we say thank you. To our committed Nmsa student artists, we say thank you for your commitment. We have a tradition at Nmsa of starting each school year by sharing our commitments with you. As we introduce ourselves, we would like to share those commitments once again. I will begin with committing to supporting Nmsa's student and staff success and well-being as you navigate your remote experiences. Next up is Cindy Montoya, President of the Art Institute. Welcome back, incredible Krakens.
Thank you, Chelimaya. I commit to working hard every day. I have 2 commitments this year. Working hard every day to ensure that we have the supporters and partnerships necessary to sustain us, not just today, but into the future. And my second commitment is to ensure that all students in New Mexico know about NMSA and have the opportunity to apply to be a student here, because that way we can meet our mission of being a statewide school and reflecting the diversity of New Mexico. And now I'd like to introduce Allegra Askew, music instructor. Okay, I'm not sure Allegra's here, so I will pass it to Brandy Avila.
Yes, I wasn't ready. Hi, I'm Brandy Avila, and this is my 4th year at NMSA. I am the Office Operations Coordinator. I am also the Health Aide and Lunch Lady when we're on campus. I will meet you and greet you with enthusiasm every day, whether we're online, on the phone, or in person. I am committed to being your go-to gal to guide and find answers to your questions or concerns. I am committed to help ease into the transition of online learning until we meet face-to-face. Then I'm committed to keeping you safe, healthy, and happy throughout your NMSA experience. See you on camera. Next up is Jessie Ayala.
Hello, I'm Jessie Ayala. I'm the Development Manager at the Art Institute. I'm new to NMSA, and I promise you, the students, faculty, and staff, to communicate your incredible accomplishments to all those that believe in and support the work that you do. I will honor your passion and dedication and work hard to tell your stories. Next up is Henry Baca.
Good afternoon, I'm Henry Baca, Facilities Manager for New Mexico School for the Arts. I commit to provide a clean, safe, and well-maintained facility. I also commit to making our campus one of the best in the state. And next up is Darcy Belkham.
Hi, I'm Darcy Belkham. I teach voice and Alexander technique for NMSA. I have 2 commitments this year. I commit to doing my best in extraordinary circumstances, and I also commit to helping you explore your voice and discover all possibilities vocally. Next up is Kate Chavez.
Hi, everybody. I'm Kate Chavez. I am a theater teacher at NMSA. I commit to working with each of you to seek out the silver linings and the opportunities that we never would have discovered if we hadn't been thrust into this crazy moment. Next up is Talon Claybrook.
Hello, everyone. I'm Talon Claybrook. I am a teacher in the visual arts. I teach new media and digital media. So for this year, this semester, I want to commit to creating an engaging classroom environment, exciting and fun. I also commit to leading with compassion and empathy to try to be there for you when you need me. And up next is Laurel Coffee Boating.
Hello, my name is Laurel Coffee Bodine, and I'm going to be teaching a humanities class. I promise to ask you the important questions and really listen to your responses. Next up is Miss Cruz.
Good afternoon, my name is Sativa Cruz. I am the new science teacher. This year, I commit to showing up for my students and learning alongside the wonderful people at NMSA. Next up is Nicholas Cueto.
Hello, I'm Nicholas Cueto. I work in the marketing department here at NMSA. I'm also an artist, and I truly believe that artists do have the power to change the world. So with your help, I commit to showing as many people as possible in this world exactly why that is. And in time, I believe we will succeed. Next up is Liam Daly.
Hello, everyone. I'm Liam Daly. I'm the newest member of the visual arts team. And I promise to never stop learning so that I'm able to evolve the way I teach based on what each of you need to be as successful as you can be. Next up is Mohit Dubey.
Thanks, Liam. I'm Mr. Dubey, Mohit Dubey. I teach chemistry and physics, and I commit this year to creating the most engaging online chemistry and physics experience I can imagine, which may or may not involve more original songs. Stay tuned. I'm going to pass it on to James Durnett.
Hey, good morning, Nmsa, or afternoon. My name is James Durnan. This year I'll be doing 10th, 11th, and 12th grade English language arts, and I am the 504 coordinator. And this year I promise to meet you where you are, to listen to you, and to support your needs. And I commit to providing you still with very meaningful learning opportunities in our class and providing you with the language and communication skills that you need to be successful from here on out. And I pass it to Makiko Ellis.
Hi, everybody. I'm Mikiko Ellis, the school counselor at Nmsa, and I commit to being an unwavering support person in your life when you need it, and to listening deeply to all of you, to advocating for you, and to bring an open mind and heart to my daily work at Nmsa. And next up is Mr. Charles Gamble.
Hi, NMSA. Hey, I'm Charles Gamble. I'm one of the founding members of the theater department, and I'm committed to amplifying delight. And I'm looking forward to being a warm, bright, radically inclusive piece of your educational puzzle. You know who else will fit well into that puzzle? Mighty Diego Gomez, who's up next. Diego, are you there? And if it's not Diego Gomez, then it's fantastic Fred Graham.
I like the alliteration, Mr. Gamble. I'm Fred Graham. I'm the vocal coordinator. And in addition to providing excellent vocal instruction, I promise to be your biggest fan, voice students. And the next person is Camille Guinard.
Hey all, I'm Camille Guinard. I teach geometry and financial algebra. I commit this year to building in lots of moments of joy and reflection during our class, and also being very responsive to your needs as this year evolves. Next up is Eileen Harris-Ellis.
Hi, everyone. My name is Eileen Harris-Ellis, and I'm actually the Director of Development for the New Mexico School for the Arts Art Institute. I commit to every one of you this year, students, faculty members, and supporters, to tirelessly finding and winning funding opportunities to ensure that the Art Institute can continue to provide arts programming for all of our fabulous NMSA students. A promise to continue highlighting your extraordinary commitments, your talents, and your efforts, which I see you bringing to school each and every day. Next up, Barbara Hatch.
Thank you, Aline. Good afternoon. My name is Barbara Hatch, and I teach theater in the theater department here at MSA. My commitment and my promise to all of you today and every day is this: I will do my best to honor you as individuals and as artists. I promise to be respectful, to listen to you with all my heart, and to learn with you as we navigate these waters. I promise, and I am committed to working alongside you in kindness and with love. And now I'm going to pass it on to Karina Heen. Thank you.
Hello, everybody. I'm Karina Heen, the Visual Arts Chair. I teach in drawing, printmaking, and I want to commit this year to focusing on newness and to helping each of you explore new things and challenges, but also as a teacher to really embrace newness in teaching as a creative act, and to do it with joy and to do it with fun. Thank you. And next up is Phil Howarth.
Hi, I'm Phil Howarth. I'm a volunteer tutor at NMSA. I was going to promise not to get any math problems wrong, but that would not really be true. So I do promise to not be disappointed that we can't all be together in our beautiful new school. Thank you. Next up is Elaine Heltman. Elaine, what's next? Okay, don't know.
Let's go to Cecile Hemes next.
Hi, good afternoon, NMSA. I'm the registrar at NMSA, and my commitment to all the Krakens is to bring care and curiosity to my work every day. Ms. Hinson is next.
Good afternoon, Krakens. It is so great to almost see you all. I'm looking forward to next week when I have all of you in class. I am the English language arts instructor for 9th graders, and I will also be teaching New Mexico history and health. And I commit this year to always attempt and struggle and do all the hard work to bring you my best. And I also promise to help you find your best and bring that out. So next up is the incredible Pilar Yen.
Hi, everybody. Thank you, Denise. I'm Pilar. I am a secretary here at NMSA. I just want to acknowledge that there's no way for this school year to not be a little weird. So I commit to being as flexible as I can and as necessary to ensure that all of you, the students, have a really great year for all the right reasons. Next up is Sean Kennedy.
Hello, Krakens. My name is Dr. Sean Kennedy, and I am the Brass Lab and Low Brass instructor here at NMSA. And I commit this year to making anybody that I interact with a thinking, feeling artist. And I'm going to pass this on to Miss Carla Cantupus.
Hi, NMSA students and community. I'm Carla Cantupus, aka Miss K. I teach string techniques and I conduct the string orchestra here. This is my 4th year at NMSA, and I'm committed to listening to you, my students, to being flexible as a guide and a teacher during these unpredictable times. I'm committed to supporting you in word and deed, and to helping you gain the skills, knowledge, sensitivity, and inspiration that you want and need to become the healthiest, most creative, balanced, and compassionate person that you can be. And I'm going to pass it on to Mr. Krupnick.
Hello, everyone. I'm Robert Krupnick. I teach piano and I accompany the vocalists and instrumentalists at NMSA. I promise to help you make something beautiful, whatever that means to you. Next is Gwen-Marie Laird.
Hello, NMSA. I can say that I miss you greatly, and I can't wait until we can be back together again safely. Here's my commitment to you. I commit 100% to helping you find your truth and becoming a real arts master and figuring out a way to set the world on fire with your truth. At this point, this is where I usually, every year, I make a commitment to the Guitar Club, which is my program that offers free guitar lessons to any NMSA student. I haven't quite figured out how to do that given the current circumstances, but I will commit to figuring out how to do that, and Guitar Club will continue. I miss you all. Can't wait to see you online in classes. And now I'm going to pass it to, next up is mathematics teacher Jingrong Lee.
Thank you, Gwen. Hello, everyone. I'm Xinrong Li. I teach Algebra 1 and Pre-Calc. This year, I commit to you, I'll be virtually there for you every day. I'm also committed to listen to your thoughts and feelings and support your math learning in a better way. Love you all. Next up is Mr. Andres Machin.
Hello, NMSA. I'm Andres Machin, and I teach in the Visual Arts Department. This year, I am committed more than ever to really helping you get all of the sort of technical skills that you need to help develop your creative expression and to push you in any possible way I can to help you find and really own your voice. And regardless of whether we're doing this online or in some hybrid mode at some point, I am totally committed to being here for you, however I can be. So whether that is setting up meetings via Zoom or phone check-ins, whatever it is you guys need, I would like to be there for all of you. And I'm really looking forward to seeing you all, even in a Zoom classroom. I have definitely missed you guys. Next up is Miss Mccombs.
Hi, my name is Acacia Mccombs. And I teach science and college advising. I commit this year to provide patience and stability to my students, and now Liz McCormick.
Hi, everybody. I'm Liz McCormick. I'm the Spanish teacher here at the school, going into my 10th year in this position. I have two commitments this year. One is the general one that I commit to bringing my best to every day of school. And in honor of the particular circumstances we find ourselves in, I would like to commit, that being the virtual classroom, I would like to commit to learning new tools and approaches so as to best support you in your learning and your well-being. I welcome you all back, and to the freshmen in particular, a very warm welcome. Looking forward to meeting up with you. And next up is, excuse me, I need my specs for this, Jan McDonald.
I'm not sure if Mr. McDonald's here, so we'll move on to Mrs. McGinnis.
Hi, NMSA. I'm Gail McGinnis. I work in the business office, and my commitment to you is to keep things running smoothly behind the scenes. And now to you, the incredible Miss Melanie McKinley.
Hello, Krakens. I'm Melanie McKinley, and I'm going to be teaching 9th grade academy this year. And I promise to model flexibility and joy, to give you all the love and respect that you deserve, and to help you survive and maybe even thrive in these unprecedented times. Next up is William Maguino.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm William Maguino, and I'm the dance department chair. I teach ballet and technique, partnering, some strength building, choreography, a bunch of different things. I'm committed to creating an environment within my department that's supportive and loving and honors every student exactly where they are, and to push you forward technically, emotionally, physically, all of it. And I will pass to Miss Lisa Oberteuffer.
Hi, everybody. I'm Lisa Oberteuffer. I'm the special ed coordinator, and I commit this year to help you all meet every challenge and to change these challenges from obstacles to opportunities. I also commit to supporting QSA, the Queer Straight Alliance, and our brand new chess club in figuring out how an online club works. And I am going to pass to dynamic Diego Gomez.
Hello, everyone. My name is Diego Gomez. This is my first year full-time at NMSA. I'll be teaching creative writing. Along with Mr. Reich, I will have the 10th grade this year. So I'm looking forward to seeing everybody again and can't wait. This year, I commit to creating a safe space where we can all share, falter, succeed, grow, learn from each other, and most importantly, laugh. And most of which will probably be at my expense, but I'm okay with that. And with that, I pass it off to Chris Ogden.
Good morning, NMSA. I'm Chris Ogden. I teach in the music department. I teach the woodwinds labs class, and I direct the concert band, and I teach music fundamentals 1. And this year, I promise that I will learn from my mistakes while I'm learning to teach it in this online setting, so that I can commit to making sure that each of you finds a way to make sense of the world through their art. And next up is the illustrious Jesse Parker.
Good afternoon, NMSA. I'm Jesse Parker. This is my 6th year teaching here at NMSA. I teach the Music Fundamentals 1 class. I teach percussion labs and lessons, as well as assist with the jazz and wind ensembles and most of the other instrumental ensembles. My commitment to you this year, NMSA students, is to be the true definition of a coach, which is a vessel which advances you from where you are to where you want to go. So that's my commitment, and I pass it off to Mr. John Pavlak.
Hello, NMSA. I'm Mr. Pavlak, member of our fantastic math department. This year I'll be teaching applied math, algebra 2, and calculus. I commit to sharing with you my passion for math, and I promise to always help you achieve your personal best. Hashtag Math Rocks. Next up is Ms. Pena.
Good afternoon, everybody. I can hardly wait to see you in class and in student council meetings. My name is Ms. Pena, and I teach health, PE, and I am the gifted coordinator and the student council advisor. My commitment this year is to being grateful. I want to be grateful for every chance we get to have a class together, be it virtual or live. And I'm grateful for the time that we have to explore and learn and share and move and laugh and breathe. And with that, I pass it on to John.
Hi, NMSA. I'm the new music chair, and I teach jazz ensemble, and I'm also starting a new program called the Contemporary Music Theory and Music Production Tools class. So that's going to be really fun. I commit to listening to all of you. I commit to paying attention, giving my full attention. And I also commit to caring for each one of you. I'm going to pass this on to James Reich.
Hi, everybody. Good afternoon. Thanks to the illustrious John Rangel. Proud to share initials with you. I'm James Reich. I teach creative writing and literature. I'm the chair of that program. I commit to trying to keep this accent up for a full year to help and push our students to produce innovative and wonderful writing, to continue our program of introducing great guests in our afternoons, even though we're online, to get more NMSA students into print, to continue to share that work around the world. And let's see if we can even get another year with an NMSA Youth Poet Laureate for Santa Fe. Good luck to everybody, and I would like to pass to the fabulous Kathleen Rich.
Thank you, James. Hi, I'm Kathleen Rich, and new to NMSA. I'm in the music department. I'll be teaching sight singing, audition prep, and a musical theater appreciation course, as well as voice. And I promise to show up fully engaged to help you explore and expand your musical horizons to the best of my ability. And now I'll pass it to Francesca Rodriguez.
You're on mute.
Okay, we got it. Good afternoon, Krakens. I am Francesca Rodriguez, Director of Admissions and Community Engagement. I commit to standing by our mission, to leading a collaborative effort to safely and respectfully engage our diverse communities from Shiprock to Silver City, from Taos to Roswell. And I commit to directing and supporting the admissions process from inquiry to enrollment. Thank you. And up next is the wonderful Lisa Romero.
Thank you, Francesca. My name is Lisa Romero, and I'm the business manager at NMSA. My commitment to NMSA is to keep the financial records accurately while following all state rules and regulations. Next up is Roxanne Seagraves.
Hello, Krakens. Oops, there. Hello. My name is Roxanne Seagraves. I'm not sure why the video isn't working, but I have it on. Let's try again.
We see you.
Okay, good. I can't see me. That's fine. Hi, everybody. My name is Dr. Roxanne Seagraves. I'm one of the founding members of our faculty and school. It's been one of my greatest honors to be a part of creating this amazing place to learn and grow here for our state, for the whole state. My commitment to you is one, to be present for you and to help you in your learning, but the other is for your futures. I have a deep and passionate love for our environment, for our planet, and for the beauty of this earth. And I commit every day to doing 3 things to reduce carbon emissions and to increase the opportunities that you get to share this planet for 60 years as I have. Next up is Cameron Sperry.
Hi, everyone. My name is Cameron Sperry, and I'm teaching 10th grade English and World History. I'm committing to spending extra time to getting to know each of my students and all the other students too, if they want. And I want you to know that I'm always committed to communicating and connecting by email and writing or Zoom and talking. So feel free to contact me if you have questions or if you need help or if you just want to talk. The next person is Curtis Storm.
Well, good afternoon, NMSA. My name is Curtis Storm. I'm one of the new voice teachers here, and I am going to commit to you to provide a welcoming, supporting, and equitable learning environment where we can work together and explore the possibilities of your vocal instrument and keep the song going, the music of our lives going. Next up is Liv Turner.
Hello, Krakens. My name is Liv, and this is my 2nd year at NMSA. I'm the educational assistant. I promise to bring my best smile and best energy to your classes when I'm assisting your teachers, and also to help you create or support you in creating your best work for turning into your teachers when I'm working with you individually or in small groups. Welcome. Okay. And I'm passing this on to Kevin Ward.
Good afternoon. I'm Kevin Ward. I am an accompanist in the dance department, and I will be teaching a modern class this year. And I commit to sharing all that I know and love about dance and music, and also to be present and welcoming and compassionate and responsive to everyone. And now I pass this to Tracy Whitney.
Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Tracy Whitney. I hope you can see me. I can't see myself. And I'm the new jazz vocal instructor here at NMSA. I can't tell you how excited I am to be joining you all. I commit to supporting you on your musical journey, to making your time with me valuable, fun, and enlightening. I commit to caring about your successes and your challenges and doing whatever I can to get you where you want to be. I commit to be committed. Next up, I'm passing this on to Dana Winograd.
I think Ms. Winograd's not here, so let's pass it on to Ms. Wynn.
Hello, my name is Scarlett Wynn, and I am a dance instructor. I will be teaching contemporary, and I am committed to supporting my students as they reach and discover their passions, and encouraging them along the way to embrace challenges as they arise as an opportunity for personal growth. And I believe I am the last teacher. Just jump in, Joey. You go.
Hello there, NMSA. Actually, this is Joey Chavez coming to you. I commit to what everyone else committed to because they've all said it so eloquently for me. Also, though, teachers and administrators, I'm also committed to helping you in any way that I possibly can because we are all in this ship together and there are lots of cracking below us. And now I'm going to pass it off to Mr. Eric Kreitz.
All right, thank you, Mr. Chavez. My name is Eric Kreitz, and it is my honor to be head of school at New Mexico School for the Arts. I have two commitments. The first one I want to say is that I commit to making sure that school this year remains engaging, rigorous, supportive, and definitely joyful, even under these challenging circumstances. And I also commit to making sure that whether we're on campus or learning from home, that NMSA continues to be the place where New Mexico's young scholar artists get to be and become exactly who they were always meant to be. And with that, I'm going to say thank you to staff and volunteers for sharing your commitments with us today. I really appreciate it. And now, our plan was to have all of our students in the Zoom room so that we could flash their wonderful faces onto the screen as we welcomed each of the classes to the 2021 school year. Unfortunately, due to technical issues with Zoom, we're not able to do that. However, I still want to take the time to really recognize and welcome and tell you how excited we are to work with each and every one of you by class. So at this time, I'd like to ask you to join me. If you're at home and you're with your students, please give them a high five or give them a pat on the back or do some cheers and high kicks. But please join me in welcoming the freshman class of 2024, our 9th graders. We can't wait to see you in classes.
Yay!
Woohoo! Woohoo!
Woohoo! Woo!
Yeah, NMSA.
Woo!
And next up, please help me welcome the sophomore class of 2023. Yay, 10th graders. And let's not forget to welcome our junior class of 2022. Welcome 11th graders.
Yeah!
Yes!
And of course, a great big welcome to the graduating class of 2021, our 12th graders. Welcome, seniors. Okay, that's what I love about NMSA. We know how to improvise and creatively problem solve. Okay, so next up, speaking of seniors, I'd like to now welcome one of your classmates, theater senior, Zoe Colfax, to recite the NMSA Honor Pledge, which was created by students in our first years as a school. So I'll hand it over to Zoe. Welcome, Zoe.
Hi, thank you. Here's the Honor Pledge. As a member of the New Mexico School for the Arts community, I understand that I've been selected to be part of a unique and diverse population. Out of respect for this opportunity, I will be honest and diligent in my personal and professional conduct and be respectful of the rights, property, and opinions of others. Understand that I am expected to follow school policies since they seek to create and support a productive learning, living, and working environment. I accept personal responsibility for meeting these expectations, continuing to evaluate them, and encouraging others to do the same. I also commit to honor and embody the promise, passion, and aptitude which allowed my admittance to NMSA. Thank you.
Thank you, Zoe. Zoe, you have shown great leadership in your time at NMSA, and I cannot wait to see what you accomplished during your senior year. All right, so at this time, we were going to introduce a special treat from Mr. Dubé, who is going to perform Celebrate the Arts, which is a classic NMSA theme song that we thought was lost to history, but when Mr. Dubé, who is a graduate of the class of 2014 at NMSA, came back as a teacher last year, he brought it with him. Mr. Dubé, I'm gonna reserve time for you to share that song at an assembly that we have coming up in about a week and a half. But at this time, we were able to get the recording of our national anthem ready to go. And so while we usually have that at the beginning and not the end, we're going to share it at the end today because we don't want to miss the opportunity to see this beautiful performance from some of our senior vocalists. So with that, I will say that we're going to go ahead and play that song. And then once that song is over, the ceremony is over. And I want to just thank everyone for having joined us. I look forward to seeing you students in classes and parents who are out there. I look forward to getting to know you if you're new, and don't hesitate to reach out for any help you may need. All right, so at this time, Mr. Cueto, are you ready to play that song?
Ready to go.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
All right, incredible. All right, thank you everyone. Thank you for being here. Thank you for your patience with the technical difficulties. And here's looking forward to an amazing year. Goodbye, everybody.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye. Have a good day.
See you all soon in Arts Block.